about Glen Hansard dying because he was one of the most influential artists in my entire life. And seeing his movie changed me as a person. And I even traveled to Dublin to go see the places in the movie. And when I was able to produce ones on stage, it was one of the most beautiful, one of the most proudest moments of my life. And I do have a small piece of that, and I want to share it with you in honor of you, Glenn. R.I.P.
I know what's going on in your mind. 'Cause I mentioned these people saying we're all asleep, we'll talk and talk forever, but they'll never be planned.
And I did all my homework in school, and for that I had the freedom to travel and miss out on school at times, so it was great, and they did, and my parents are very supportive, so they would have never kind of stood between me and my dreams or anything like that, so I'm very thankful to them for that.
Now, in the movie, it's clear that you're kind of made for each other, but you're both in or have been in other relationships, and you're kind of headed in different directions, and the relationship doesn't really work out. And I think viewers are really rooting for you to become a couple in the film. I understand that you've become a couple in real life, even though you don't quite make it in the film. And that must be really interesting for you, because people who meet you and who've seen the movie already have a sense of you as having this like very special connection.
Yeah, that's true. And in a way, I think, because we meet some people and they're like, I was really happy with the way you ended the film. I thought that was really great that it ended in this way. And then we meet people and they're genuinely angry with us for not having the characters kiss in the end. And so for them, we kind of console them and we're like, well, we're living out the sequel, if you like, and we're together now. So they feel a bit better about themselves then. It's funny.
I want to ask you about another scene from Once. There's a great scene in what I think is a pub. It almost looks like a living room, but I think it's actually like a small pub. And everybody's kind of eating dinner and drinking. And the rule of the game here is that you have to be able to sing to be in on this dinner. And people just kind of alternate singing. And there's a kind of middle-aged woman and a middle-aged man, or slightly older man, who sing a few bars in this sequence. And they have really interesting voices. And I was wondering, who are they? And is this based on a real pub in Dublin?
Well, actually, that room is where me and Mara live. That's our flat.
Oh.
And because we didn't have money to hire a venue, we decided to have a party in our flat.
No wonder it looks like an apartment. Okay.
Yeah, so that's our place. That's where we live. And also the guy I was telling you about earlier on, the first person I met, the Dylanologist in Grafton Street. That's Pete.
The legend Glen Hansard passed away just a couple of days ago. Now the family has come out to release the funeral and celebration of life arrangements, and of course to celebrate his life and lasting legacy. The official arrangements have been released for those who wish to bid farewell, and of course a public wake is scheduled for Monday, August 3rd at the Baroque Chapel, inside at the Baroque Chapel inside the Royal Hospital in Kilmainham in Dublin, where he will lie in repose from around 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Now, his funeral will take place the following day on Tuesday, August 4th at 1:30 p.m. at the St. Patrick's Cathedral. To accommodate the large crowd, the family has come out to say that they expect a huge gathering, and a public address system will broadcast the service outside the cathedral, and the ceremony will be streamed live on RTE News, and of course here at Dicto Media will be coming out to give you all the updates that will be happening over there. True to his lifelong commitment to charitable causes, Glen's family has requested that in place of flowers and gifts, loved ones and admirers should send their donations to the Simon Community and Ukraine Action, and of course they are saying that they are really overwhelmed with the outpouring of love they have received this week. They are thanking you all for taking time to share your memories, and of course, they came out and thanked everyone. So it's been really a very tough couple of days ever since Glen passed away in that motor incident, and of course, we are still praying for the family, the son, the fans, and everyone who really loved the legend. We know he had so many fans globally, and all we are saying in this exact moment in time is continue resting in power, the king. Glen. So imagine standing on a cold Dublin street corner, completely cultivated by a lone busker whose raw, soaring voice, can't stop singing. He's a man who actually started as a street preacher, slowly rising through, becoming a huge musician, even appearing in that popular movie. And of course, it's really very tough.